The underworld club smell of expensive whiskey, smoke and danger. The bass of the music vibrated through the floor. It wasn't the music that made your pulse race. It was the man sitting in the private VIP booth at the far end of the room, John Jungkook. He sat like a king, legs spread on one hand, resting lazily on armrest, the other swinging the dark liquor's glass. His black button-up was rolled, his forehead revealing Ven's tattoo that color up his waist, his dark eyes sharp like a predator looking into you the moment you step in. You shallow heart every intense scream for you to turn around, but you couldn't not when your brother life depend on this. Taking a shaky breath, you force yourself forward. The covered party for you, the tension thick as the club regular watches recognize you as someone who didn't belong. Two large men block your way to Jungkook booth. I need to speak with him, you said, trying to sound confident. One of course, you don't just walk up the boss like that from behind. Jungkook's voice cut through the noise like a blade. Let her through. The guard hesitated but obeyed. Stepping aside, you step forward. The weight of Jungkook's gaze as you stood in front of him. He studied you for a moment before touching his head. Interesting, your hand clenched into fist. My brother, he made a mistake. I know he owed you money, but please just give me him more time. I will pay you back, I swear. Jungkook is taking a slow sip of his drink. Time. He leaned forward, resting his elbow on his knee. Tell me, sweetheart, do you think I built my empire by giving second chance? Your stomach twist. He didn't mean to. I don't care what he meant to do. His voice was calm, but there was radiance within it. He stole from me. People die for less. Fear swept through you, but you force yourself to stand your ground. Please, must be something else you want. I will do anything. Just Jungkook's dark eyes filled with someone unreadable. Slowly, he set his drink down. He stood. Your breath catch as he stepped closer, invading your space. He was tall, broad, his presence suffocating. Anything, he murmured. Yes, hesitate. His finger traced along your jaw, his touch breathing but a chill down your spine. Interesting, his make it in your chin up. You had no choice but to meet his gaze. Then I have a proposition. What kind of proposition? Jungkook's thumb brushed over your lower lip. His touch was soft, but his word were anything but you. Your heart stopped. What? His eye darkened. You, in exchange for your brother life, your breath hitched. The weight of his word settled on your chest like a boulder. You can't be serious. Jungkook chuckled, but there was no humor in it. Oh, sweetheart, I don't make jokes. His grip on your chin tightened just slightly. You want to save your brother, then be mine. The word mine sends shiver through you. And not just for fear, but something else. Your hand trembled as you tried to find another way out, but there was no. Jungkook leaned in, his lips pressing against your ear as he whispered, decided quickly, love, because if you say no, your brother won't live to see tomorrow. A sharp inhale, your heart pounded in your chest, humming against your rib as reality crashed down on you. You had no choice, waking with a shaking breath. You whispered, I will do it. Jungkook pulled back just enough to look into her eyes. A slowly sustained smile curled his lips. Good girl. Just like that, your fate was sealed. The drive to Jungkook estate was silent. You sat in front of the black SUV, your body tense, your friend hand blur into face to your lap, the city light blur past the tint window, but your mind was trapped into cell of panic. You had done it. You had sold yourself to the devil to save your brother, and now there was no turning back. Jungkook sat beside you, calm and composed, as if he had just finalized a business deal rather than claim a human being. His long finger trap against his thigh in the slight rhythm. His gaze strained ahead. "You are awful cute, quiet," he finally said. "You clench your jaw. What do you expect me to say?" Jungkook is mid-turning his head slightly to look at you. His dark eyes gleamed and with assumed regret. Already you bite your tongue. You wouldn't give him the justification of seeing your fear. The car slow as you approach, and encouraging gate beyond it mentioned loomed in the darkness, elegant, cold, a tree solution in your case. The gate opened and the suit pulled up the grand entrance. The moment of the car stopped, you reached for the handle, but before you could open the door, a large hand grabbed your wrist. Jungkook's grip was firm, not painful. His finger wrapped around your skin like a chain. "You don't make a move unless I allow it," he said, voice low and commanding. "You let your hand away, glaring. I'm not your pet." He chuckled, stepping out of the car first. "No," he mumbled, holding the door open for you, "but you are mine." Your stomach twist. The moment you step out of the cool night air, did little calm your race hard. The mansion door opened. Two men suits stepped aside and led you inside. The interior was just as grand as you expected. Marble floor, expensive gallery, and an airy silence that made it feel more like a place than a home. "Follow me," Jungkook ordered. Walking ahead without a look back, you considered running, waddling toward the door and taking your chance, but you knew it better. The man at the entrance, the security camera, sheer power. Jungkook held, "There is no escape." So you followed. You led your upstairs down the hallway before stepping at a door. When he opened it, you stepped inside your room. It was bigger than your entire apartment. A large comfy bed set in the center, silk sheet and velvet pillow. Fireplace, corner of casting no shadow like a dark wall. It was so beautiful, and yet all felt was trapped. Jungkook stood beside you, watching your reaction. "You will stay here," he said. "Everything, and you needed to clothe territory, whatever you want." You turned sharply. "What I want," you noticed the bitterness in your tone. "What I want is to go home." Jungkook's expression remained unreadable. "This is your home now." Your hand trembled, frustration, a helpless groan in your chest. What if I refuse?" Jungkook took a slow step forward, closing the distance between you. "And then I remind you why you are here." You shadow hard as his finger brushed against your chin. Detail your face of his gaze was unreadable, dark and consuming. "I don't hurt what's mine," he mumbled, "unless they make me a warning, a promise." Your breath hitched. Then as quickly he had touched you, he stepped back. "Go some rest," he said, walking toward the door. "You will need it." Your stomach dropped. "For what?" Jungkook turned to look at you, a smile playing on his lips. "For when I decided to collect what's mine." And then he left, locking the door behind him. And with that, he left, locking the door behind him. You sank into the bed, your hand clutching the sheet, crashing over you. You were a prisoner. What was part? You wasn't sure if it's fear, Jungkook obsession, or the way a small part of you shivered at the thought he belonged to him. like it seemed through the floor of ceiling window of your room, but it did little bring warmth of cold reality you now lived in. You had bravely slept. The event of the night replay in your mind like a nightmare. Jungkook was his dust, the way he looked at you as if you were already his, and now you were trapped in his mansion. A knock at the door made you jolt upright. Before you could respond, the heavy wooden door swung open, revealing a tall man dressed in a sharp black suit. He looked at you with a blank expression. Boss wants you to downstairs. Your heart pounded. You hesitated, and if I refuse, the man makes sense. Then I will carry you down. You swallowed as pride as stood whatever Jungkook wanted. You needed to face it head on. The mansion was even more intimidating. Daylight, grand candle, hallway and expensive artwork on the wall, but you felt suffocating. It wasn't a home, it was a kingdom, and Jungkook was the ruler. When you reached the dining hall, Jungkook was already there, sipping coffee at the long marble table. His gaze lifted you. You entered, smacker his lips. You actually came willingly. I am impressed. You clenched your jaw, refusing to sit. What do you want? Jungkook set up his cup down, his finger lazily against your sweet seat, sweetheart. The way he said is calm, but the grinding command made your skin tingle. You hated how easily it got under your skin. Still, you said, your body tense. Jungkook leaned forward, resting his chin on his hand as he studied you. You will be staying here permanently. I expect obedience. You shuffled. I am not a dog. His make wondering. No, you are not, but you are mine. Anger flared in your chest. I am only agree to this to save my brother. And you did. His eyes darkened. But that doesn't change the fact that you belong to me now. You glared at him. I will never be your Jungkook leaned back in chair. You will see. His confidence chilled down your spine. Before you could fire back, a maid approached, placing a plate of the food in front of you. Hesitate. Jungkook noticed it. You stared at the food, your stomach twisting. You didn't trust him. Jungkook Oneshot sharply grabbing a fork, taking a bite of the food himself. There is not poison. Happy, you swallowed hard and picked up your fork. The silence between you was heavy, cracking the unspoken tension. Finally, Jungkook spoke again. You should rest. You should get used to this, sweetheart. The sooner you stop fighting, the easier I will be. You keep the fork tight and you expect me to just accept this. Jungkook stood on the table until he was beside you. His finger brushed your jaw, taking your face up to his. I expect you to learn. He mumbled, his breath coasting over your lips. Let no one walk away from me. Your heart pounded. His expiry sent the racing from his body. It was just overwhelming. You are a monster, you whispered, and yet you are still here. His thumb brushed against your lower lip. Before he pulled away, finish your food. We have a long day ahead. You found a long day. What is my training? Your stomach dropped. Training for what? Jungkook's gaze locked into his heart. He's dark, with a minute to be mine. You had spent the entire day under Jungkook's watchful eyes. Training, he had called it, but it was a training. It was a control. He made you walk beside him. He handled his business, his grip on your waist. Whatever you hesitate, you met a powerful man who spoke a Hush tone, respect for a Jungkook plays with a fear. You saw the weight of power. How is he command a room with a glare. And you hate him for it, but what you hated even more, the way your body responded to him, the way his presence made your skin prickle, the way your pulse jumped when he stood too close, the way his voice so authoritative sent an unwanted thrill on your spine. That night, back in your room, you placed restless fire in the corner of the casting shadow against the dark wall. Then the door cracked open. Jungkook stood in the doorway, his solitude sharp against the dim light of the hallway. His black dress shirt was unbuttoned, the top sleeve rolled up. He looked at Fergie. Power is very dangerous. What do you want? You asked, your voice sharper than wind. He stepped inside, closing the door behind him. The lock clicked into place, a shiver down your spine. Jungkook's eyes never left her as he approached, slow, deliberately. You have been fighting all the day, Yusufuri. What do you want? He straightened his head, assumed not option, sweetheart, but I did expect from you to just suddenly realize the truth, you shallow heart. And what is that? He stepped inches away, his teeth enveloped you, his finger reached up, taking a scent of her hair beside your ear. The touch was gentle, sharp, accurate. That you don't hate him as much as you claim, he mumbled. Your breath catch a war inside you. You wanted to push him away, to tell him he was wrong, but your body betrayed you. The way your heart pounded, the way your lips in volley. He leaned in closer, his lips straightened on your jaw. His touch felt a light but intoxicating. Tell me, he whispered, his breath coasting over your lips. Do you still think you can resist me? Your hand curled into fist. You think I want this? I think you want me. Your anger desire inside you, burning through your veins. You are insane. He tied in your chin, forcing you to meet his kiss. Then stop looking at me like that. You nailed sharply. Like what? Jungkook's kiss dropped to your lips before returning to your eyes. His voice dark, promise, like you want me to renew your sharp fingernails. Crack just for a second, just saw his lip crash into yours. It wasn't aggressive, it was just a battle, a crash fire for you to need to defend. His hand gripped your waist, pulling you flush against him, his body hard and inclined. Your gaps against his mouth, your hand flying to his chest to push him away, but instead your finger cut into his shirt, pulling him closer. His seams of your mouth defining entry, and when you parted your lips, he took everything. A heat surged through your consuming down. Then just quickly he kissed you and pulled away. Your chest heavy, your lips swelling for his touch. You stared at him, dazed, your mind summing process. What had just happened? Make his thumb brushing your lips. Hate me all you want, he mumbled, but you will never escape this. Your breath was right. You are wrong. His eyes darkened. We will see. Then he turned and left, locking the door behind him. You stood there, racing hard. Your entire body fire. You hate him. Somewhere deep inside, brushing didn't forget fear was something far more dangerous. You wanted him. Next day, few days passed in the haze of tension. Jungkook's presence was suffocating, always near you, watching. He didn't try to kiss you again. The way his gaze lingered on you, the way his would past you, finger ghosting against your skin, set your body inch off. He was playing with you, testing your limit, and you hate that it was wrong working. But it wasn't just a growing pull between you and made your stomach twist, and it was the way Jungkook changed when he left the mansion. He handled business, the underground. You had sentient glimmers, ruthless, but his eyes. People flinch at his presence, the blood on his knuckle. When he returned, you wanted to believe there was more to him, just as a monster, but then everything shattered. That night you were in the grand hall when you heard shouting from Jungkook office. Curiosity got to the better of you. Your heart pounded. You crept down the hallway and presence yourself against the doorway. Peering inside, Jungkook stood with his back to you, his body tense. Across from him, a man was kneeling on the floor. I swear I didn't betray you, the man choked out. Was Tipperary. Jungkook didn't respond. Instead, he pulled the gun and best friend aimed. The man had your breath catch. Jungkook, you gasped before you stopped yourself. His head toward you, his expression unreadable. The man on the floor turned toward you as well as his eyes bleeding. Please help me leave. Jungkook was the cold emotion. You shook your head, stepping forward. You don't have to do this. Jungkook jaw tightened. This isn't your concern. Your heart pounded in your chest. You knew what Jungkook was capable of, but seeing it like this, seeing the on his hand darken his eyes, made something in your crack. This isn't who you are, you whispered. Jungkook Sophie, you don't know who I am. Your voice trembled. Then show me. For a moment, something flicking in his gaze, hesitation, a crack in his memory. But then he pulled the trigger. The sound of gun hushed in the room. You flinched, your entire body numb. The man collapsed on the floor. Silence. Jungkook feet staring the marble floor. He didn't even flinch. Turned to face you. Something inside you said. Your voice broke. You are a monster. Jungkook didn't react. You took a step, but another. Then you turned and ran. You didn't know where you are going. Just needed a getaway before you could reach the main door. A strong wrap around your neck. You back from urgent. Let me go, you screamed, struggling against his hold. Jungkook grip tightened. You saw two tear burn your eyes. I don't care, I don't want to be here. His breath was uneven, his voice rough. You knew what I was when you made the deal. You turned his arms, pounding your fist against his chest. But I didn't know what it would do to me. Your voice cracked. I hate you what you make me feel. I hate that I don't know if I want to run or if I want to hold you. Jungkook went completely still. You breathed. I don't want this, you whispered. I don't want you. Hand coloring into fist, his side, his jaw clenched. His entire body snapped with tension. And then he let you do just like that. You're free, he said quietly, stepping back. You blinched, shocking. What? His expression unreadable. If you want to leave, leave. You stared at him, just heavy, waiting for him to change his mind, but he didn't move. You took a hesitated step back, another, and when he still didn't stop you, you turned and ran. The door opened, the night was cold against your skin. You stepped outside as first time in a week. You are free, so why your heart achy as you wanted to walk away? Just sitting like that as you walk as merely the streak of the body numb, your mind is feeling you and but the victory didn't find freedom. It felt like a drawing the cold hair beat your skin as you wrapped your arms around yourself. You should have gone home. You should have tried build your life, but your feet didn't take you there. They took you now.